Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I am coming to you from London, England. This is Leicester Square, and today I want to talk about the JND Studio 1/3 scale Bane. It is up for pre-order this week. Of course, we could talk about price point, but I want to see how good it is. Is this one of JND Studio's best? And so we're going to check out the video today. This is courtesy of JND Studios, and so let's check out the video package and see if it's good. All right, guys, so let's get into it. And this video is courtesy of JND Studios, and we get our first really good look at the Tom Hardy Bane. Again, this is a 1/3 scale statue by JND. And over the years, I've been, at times critical of JND basically because of the price point for what you're getting. I think, in my opinion, what we are seeing here is one of the best examples of what JND can do. I think this one is really good. I think that obviously the cut and sew and the likeness to Tom looks very, very good here. I'm blown away by what I'm seeing. Yes, I think the biggest nitpick for me with JND over the years has been somewhat of the face sculpts being a little droopy, and also the price point. Again, price point is subjective, but I do feel like what they were able to nail with this one is Tom Hardy's eyes. I think it looks fantastic. I look at like Prime One Studio and what they did. I think that was also really well done, but I do think that this one does top that one. I am not a big silicone guy, but I do think that this one is really well done. And if you have watched the channel lately, I feel like the last 3-4 releases especially, JND is finally, to me, where they should be. Like, they are absolutely fantastic. But I think it's taken them a minute to get to that point. Again, art is subjective. So, what I say about these things, you might completely disagree with. And that is your priority, that is your, God-given ability to do that. And so, again, these are just my opinions on these things, but I do think that it looks really good here, and I do feel like they've come a long way, even from the Anne Hathaway. I think the Anne Hathaway looks good, but without the goggles, I thought it was just okay. But if you look at her compared to what they've done with the face sculpt on Bane, I think it's fantastic. I absolutely think they've nailed this one. Like their Indiana Jones, their the Henry Sr., I feel like he looked really good. I feel like this one looks really good. Their recent Superman I thought looked really good, and even their Wonder Woman as well. So I just feel like they are on an upward track of really producing these amazing statues. Now, again, when it comes to the price, this one's looking to be around $3,000, depending on where you're buying it. And so, again, we can argue about price point all day long. We have said over and over again that these things are really now targeted to that hardcore, big spending collector. And that is who they're targeting with this. I really like this one. I have a Joker. I have a Batman. And do I need Bane? I don't have a Catwoman yet. I, thought about getting the Queen Studios Catwoman on bike for a while there. I'm kind of, more right now going into the comic book stuff. At least that's kind of my focus, but I do feel like this one is really good. And so again, when we talk about price point, again, I've seen it anywhere from like retail for $23.99 all the way up to that, $2,999 price point. So I really will just kind of depend on where you're going to get it from. Obviously you might be able to find a good deal somewhere, but I'm contemplating this one. I think it looks really good. I love the character. I love the way Tom portrayed the character. Very strong, very mighty. I have heard from some collectors that have said that maybe they had wished that, that they had some different swap outs, or maybe like, some bare arms or something like that. I'm okay with this because, again, like him standing there, I just feel like it's very iconic. He's very cold. He's very collected with this. And I look at the cut and sew. I just think it looks fantastic here. So again, you are paying for quality. You are paying for great detail. I've always said, look at that sculpt. I've always said that their sculpts are incredible, but sometimes things get lost in translation, for me at least, with the silicone. But I don't feel like anything's been lost with this one. I think that the eyes are really captured really well here. Obviously, having the benefit of everything else covered helps with that. But
I think their sculptors are phenomenal, and I've said that since day one. I just, again, I feel like sometimes things have gotten lost with when they go from like a sculpt of polystone or clay or whatever they use into the silicone. But I do, like I said, I do feel like this one looks very good. Here's that classic creepy eye shot. Very, very cool. Love when JND does those. But anyway, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that I should get this? The edition size is $5.99. At least that's what I'm being told. And so I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you feel like it's worth the price point to add something like this? Should this be my very first JND? Now, I did have the thanks to Todd at Spec Fiction, I did have a great opportunity to see the Batman and also Mara in person, and so that was really cool to be able to actually see the quality. I thought it was fantastic. Way better in person than ever any of these videos. So again, I just talk from the videos and the photos I see and pictures and people's collections. So, I have never owned one of these, but maybe this will be my first. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this should be? Do you feel like it's better than the Prime one that was released a number of years ago? I do. I think this one tops that. And so, I'm wowed by this one. I think it looks really good. And yes, it would have been maybe cool to have some other poses or something, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. I think that JND really captured the feel and intimidation factor, and just that that kind of cool creepiness that he portrayed in the film Dark Knight Rises. So again, I think it looks great. The cut and sew, like I said, looks fantastic. I really feel like the silicone elements really work here. With the hands, I think it looks great. I'm sold on this one, but again, I just don't know. Do I spend that money? Do I spend the almost $3,000? I do think these look fantastic together. I mean, look at that. There is no denying that looks great. So I just don't know. I don't know what to do on this one. I don't know if I should spend that kind of money or should I focus on the comic book pieces. That's kind of where I'm at. But there is, again, no doubt in my mind that JND continues to really up their game. I feel like, again, with their last 3 or 4 releases, they continue to get better and better. And, JND, they're not a fan of me because they've labeled me a JND hater over the years. But maybe that'll start changing. Maybe they will, I don't know. Maybe my opinion has changed also. But I do think that their sculpts continue to get better. I think their artists are fantastic, like I mentioned. And so at the end of the day, I'm really happy for JND, especially right now where a lot of companies are starting to kind of fold and go by the wayside. I'm hoping that JND continues to thrive because I do think that they've put out really good movie statues, right there alongside, companies like Blitzway. I think they're doing really good work right now as well. Obviously, they're not doing silicone. But Prime 1 is, or maybe they are doing some silicone now that I think about it. I know Prime 1 is not, but maybe Blitzway is. So, again, I'm thrilled with them. I'm thrilled with what they're doing, and I hope they continue to have much success because when you look at something like this, I think that they've put a lot of love, a lot of effort into it, and I am, again, really happy for them. So, again, definitely let me know what you guys think about this one. Let me know if you think this one should be added to the collection, if it has a place. It would be a bottom shelfer, most likely. And so, that's something to consider. But I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on this one from JND Studios. And really quick, they did have a little teaser at the end. Yes, that's right. They are going to be doing the bank robber Joker, which I actually just walked through that intersection in Chicago. So I'm very excited that they're adding yet another one to this incredible lineup from JND Studios.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this Bane. Of course, price is always going to be subjective, but I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on this piece. I think it looks amazing. I think it's one of JND Studios' best that they've done to date. Of course, the mask, of course, helps with likeness and everything, but I think it looks great. I think they really captured Tom Hardy's, his eyes and everything. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.